What is up, guys? James here from the LIGHTOFRYGA YouTube channel, and today I want to start a brand new series. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I watch a lot of tarot on YouTube, and there's certain content creators, certain tarot readers and reviewers who I really do appreciate, and I look up to them, and I admire them, and I respect them as content creators, as tarot readers, as psychics, as mediums, and it's very hard, in the tarot community to kind of collaborate with other people, since reading tarot is such an individualistic thing. We all, we're in our own little bubbles basically, but I wanted to reach out to these people who I really admire and respect and kind of interact with them in some small way. And my idea for doing that was to offer them a tarot reading, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to pick out a tarot reader who I really respect, and I'm going to be doing a reading just for them. And you guys get to tune in and watch, and hopefully you go check out their channel and you'll maybe encounter another reader who you really like and really respect, and that is my goal here today. And so the focus of today's video is Tara from Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. What a great idea. She combines cats, working out, and tarot together on one channel. It's so unique. It's so it's precious is what it is. She's got a beautiful channel, and she's got such a bubbly, effervescent, happy, optimistic personality. She's just a pleasure to watch, and I wanted to share her with you guys because she's really made my YouTube viewing experience a lot better. She's helped me grow as a person and as a reader. She's very knowledgeable about all things metaphysical. You should go check out her house tour. My goodness, she's got you'll see, you'll be blown away, trust me. But she's just such a great person. That's why we're gonna do a reading for her today. So I hope you guys will go check out her channel and go show her some love, go subscribe to her, and watch her videos. And I think you'll enjoy them. I really do. I wouldn't recommend her to you if I didn't think that you would enjoy what she's got going on over there. Alright, so we're going to do a reading for her. Before we get into the reading, I want to talk about my little layout here. I got a lot of crystals that I got here that are going to help me with this reading. First of all, I got my soda light, which I have with me for every tarot reading. I don't go anywhere without that guy. And then I try to think to myself, what does Tara, what crystal kind of embodies her? And I came up with citrine. Okay? She's got just such a happy, bubbly, she's always in a good mood. And I thought, citrine is the type of crystal that just makes you feel that way. It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel bubbly and effervescent. And it doesn't take on negative energy. It repels it, right? And I feel like that's what she does. She's a natural energy transmutator, basically. So I got a bunch of citrine here. I got a little honey citrine, some little points right here pointing at me like I'm on the firing squad here. I got a smoky citrine. Ooh, these are pretty hard to find. This is great for getting down to the root causes of your shadow side. I got a heat-treated amethyst, which is a lab-made citrine. What they do is they take an amethyst crystal and they heat it up, which simulates the processes that happen deep within Mother Earth, but they do it in a human-made way. Then I got this wonderful natural citrine. I don't know if the colors can come through in the video, but oh man, that thing is great. Very yellowy. Then I got sunstone. She's got a bubbly personality, so this is what I feel when I hold my sunstone. So I think all those crystals here are going to help to amplify the energies of this reading. And then I got the mystical tarot, and this is a very unique, very quirky deck, which is how I feel about Tara. She's very unique and very quirky, so I thought this might be the perfect deck to use. I also have some oracle decks that we're going to use, but I'll bring those out in a moment. So let me get centered and ask the tarot cards a question. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you what question. She wants to know how she can be a better medium, how she can improve as a medium, how she can be a better service to both her clients and to spirits. And so we're going to do a 5-card reading that's going to kind of answer that question, how Tara can be a better psychic medium. So give me a moment to center myself, ask the tarot the question, how Tara can be a better psychic medium, and I will be right with you. Alright, that ought to do it. Cut the deck. We're going to deal out 5 cards. Well, let's deal them upside down, actually. Very good. My crystal's all up in the business. Get out of here, guys. There you go. I want you here, just not so close. Give me some space. Jeez. All right, now we're going to ask the Nature's Whispers Oracle. I love this Oracle deck. Very pretty deck. We're going to ask this Nature's Whispers Oracle what message it has for Tara as far as her mediumship goes. What message does it have for Tara? All right, we'll look at this at the end. And then I wanted to also ask the Earth Magic Oracle the same question. We get two, these two different decks give two different types of answers. So we'll ask the same question to the Earth Magic Oracle. What message does it have for Tara as far as mediumship goes? Boop, 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 boop. And we'll save that to the end as well. All right, here we go. Let's get into this reading. The first card here represents what Tara already does well. And we've got the Chariot. Give me a moment here. Okay, I'm really getting this strong sense that she's very skilled at bridging the gap between the higher dimensions and this dimension that we're living in. I see this black horse and this white horse, and they're kind of working together, and I see her as the driver here. She's the type that can really bring down spiritual information and integrate it into a way that makes sense on this earthly plane, if that makes any sense to you. Just by the fact that she's incorporating working out and improving the physical body, and at the same time working the spiritual body, the emotional and energetic bodies together. I think that just by her having that channel, it shows that she's really good at integrating those two aspects. She's really good at bringing down spiritual information and grounding it into this earth and giving people, both herself and others, the information and the impetus to move forward into a positive direction. Is what I'm getting from the Chariot at this time. So yeah, I think she does that very well, because when I look at myself, I've got a lot of spiritual type information that I can bring down, but I'm not as good as her as like grounded into the world and giving people a positive way to use this information for the greatest good. So I think she does that very well, and I think that's one of the most important skills to master as a medium, because it's all well and good if you got all this information coming from spirits, and it's great if you can take in that information, but if you don't know exactly what to do with it that's going to help people, then it's kind of useless, right? If you can't find a way to use it to help others or to help yourself, then it's not that it's wasted, but you're not using it to its full potential. So I think that's what she does very well currently in her practice. So keep on doing that, Tara. All right, this next card here represents what she needs to work on. And we've got the Three of Swords. That's interesting. I'm getting kind of a feeling of self-doubt. We all have self-doubt to some extent, and whenever I think of the Three of Swords, traditionally it's read sort of like in a romantic sense, but I'm getting the feeling that this is like not the traditional way of reading the card, but I get the feeling that she's kind of hard on herself in an emotional way, yet still using her ego mind, if that makes any sense. We tell ourselves that we're not good enough. We tell ourselves that we're just slacking or lacking, or we should go packing. We tell ourselves all these things sometimes that aren't true necessarily, but we kind of, our ego kind of keeps insisting on it, and it insists and it insists and insists, and then all of a sudden we start to believe something that's not really true. And I get the feeling that that's kind of holding her back a little bit, maybe some self-doubt, maybe some self-limiting beliefs, which we all have, and it's not something that is easily shaken, because these things start when we were children, and they just fester until adulthood, where they've kind of grown out of control sometimes. So as far as mediumship goes, I think that she's allowing ego mind to influence her a little bit, and it's kind of limiting her potentials, limiting her, maybe even to some extent, at some times limiting the information that she can bring down from the higher realms. And it's kind of just stabbing her in the head. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's something that she can work on. Maybe trying to eliminate those ego thoughts as much as possible, and doing that shadow work that's going to kind of go through these negative thoughts and transform them back into positivity. And like I said, I mean, that's something we all deal with, and that's a problem that we're all going to be facing for our entire lives. But I think it's starting to, or not starting, but it has been affecting her reading abilities, and maybe stopped her or slowed her down from accomplishing what maybe she doesn't even realize she's capable of accomplishing. Okay. This card represents external sources for improving. This is how you can use the outside world to help. And we've got Temperance. This card is about balance as well. Going back to the Chariot over here, I'm getting a sense of more balance needed. Maybe both living in the physical world as well as the spiritual world. This card is a little bit muddled for me right now because my ego is interfering with this reading, and it's telling me that she's very healthy physically, and she's also very healthy spiritually. So my ego is, get out of here, ego, get out of my brain. Okay, give me 1 second to go into this card. I may draw another card for this. Yeah, okay. I'm getting the feeling of balance. Yes, it's coming to me now. Temperance is about emotions. It's about many different things need to be in balance, but I'm getting this sense of time right now. Time imbalances. If she wants to be a better medium, I think this card is suggesting that she may need to focus more time into it, put more effort into it. Of course, we're all living in this 3D world, and sometimes we can't all make a living being psychics, right? And so, of course, there's going to have to be some time spent gaining money and, doing the rat race sort of thing, of course. But I think externally, if she were to spend her time or invest her time more into mediumship, then of course it's going to help. But I know that sounds so no-brainer. Of course, the more time you spend doing something, then the better you're going to get at it and the better results you're going to have. But I think that's, she's so well-tuned that that's probably the one thing that's really holding her back. And I think it's time spent. And, she's really working hard on these videos. So, I can't knock how much effort she puts into it, but I think there needs to be a better balance, basically, between work and, the 3D work, the earth work, and the spiritual work. And not to say that she should quit her day job and become a full-time medium. No, I'm not saying that. But if she does want to improve as a medium, then she probably would, it could help to maybe balance that a little bit better. And, I'm not sure exactly how that could be accomplished, since you come home from work and you're tired. You don't want to, especially when you're tired. I don't get good reading, so I don't know. Maybe some rescheduling of her hobbies. I'm not really exactly sure, but maybe finding a little bit more time to really delve deep into the psychic, spiritual worlds might benefit her mediumship a little bit. All right. This card here represents internal approaches for improving, what you can do inside. We've got the Six of Pentacles. Interesting. This card is about being open to giving and receiving, and I'm getting the feeling that there may be some blockages inside, some, energetic blockages that are preventing her from either giving or receiving, or both, of energies. And of course, this could come from a number of things. It could come from childhood. It could come from programming from society. It could be a whole bunch of different things. But what I'm getting is that there needs to be a clear passageway for energy to move, and there's maybe some blockages going on, and maybe some of these blockages have some roots in the ability to give and receive. Some of us will say, be so giving and then not be open to receiving. Like, we're not worthy of receiving. We just want to give. And that's an imbalance. And, it might seem like you're just being a nice person, but you're being imbalanced, because in order for there to be an even exchange of energy, there has to be an equal exchange of giving and receiving. We have to be able to give as well as receive. Some people just want to receive. They don't do any giving. That's another imbalance. You can be imbalanced in the both ways. And I think there needs to be more, I'm not really sure. I don't really know her, but either more self-esteem in feeling worthy of receiving, or maybe more generosity in the giving aspect. You know, based from what I've seen in their YouTube videos, it's probably that she has to open herself up to giving more. I mean, receiving more. Excuse me. So yeah, maybe that's something that she could work on, receiving and feeling worthy of receiving, so that you have more to give. Right? If you look at it that way, if you look at it in the way that, you know, the more I receive, the more I can help other people. I think that's one way to open up that passageway and allow the even exchange of energy. All right. This last card here represents overall advice for Tara for being a better medium. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Aha, to me this card is saying to you, Tara, that you've got it, almost all of it. So you've got it all put together. You've got all the resources necessary to just be the best you that you can possibly be. Yes, there's something missing. It's not the Ten of Pentacles, right? There's maybe some elements missing. For me, based on these previous cards, I would say probably time. There's a little bit of time missing spent, but you know, I don't really know 100% for sure. But yeah, there's something missing, but you've got it all put together. You have all the skills, you have all the knowledge. Not all. I mean, we're all learning. We're all on this pathway of learning, so we don't have it all. No one has it all. But you have so much knowledge, so much information, and so many resources to get the job done, to be an incredible medium and an incredible psychic. And you're so close. And this card is asking you to realize that you're not really lacking anything. You can get it done now. I mean, you are getting it done, but you can be a better you. Of course, this spread is suggesting ways to improve, but I think you're doing such a great job, and you're on the right path to really helping a lot of people, and that is something that is admirable, and I really look up to you for the energy that you put into it. So just remember that. Just to go over it real quickly, Tara, you're so good at bridging that gap between the spiritual and the physical realm. And then putting that information into motion and moving forward and helping people with that information. Keep that up. Remember that your ego mind might get in the way a little bit, and you might be self-sabotaging just by limiting beliefs about what you're capable of. So realize how much more you are capable of than you actually think, and I think that'll help dissolve those limiting beliefs. Maybe spend a little bit more time and put more effort into, maybe less effort into YouTube and more effort into helping people. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but this basically the feeling I'm getting is not enough time. Time is imbalanced, is what I'm trying to say here. And maybe balancing your time a little bit better might help you to grow as a medium. Internally, just be open to the flow of energy more, and that means giving and receiving in equal parts. And yeah, from what I know of you, I would say you need to receive more and be open to receiving, because you seem like such a giving person, right? So I wouldn't say that you're lacking in the giving category, more probably the receiving. And then you've got it all. You've got so much. You're just so close to the end. You're not the end. I don't mean the end, but you're so close to just really reaching the next level of things. And keep at it. Keep doing what you're doing, and just make a little bit more time for it. And I think you're just gonna help so many more people than you are now, because you've got all the skills, you've got all the talent, you've got all the ability, and you've got the drive to really help people. So keep it up. You're doing great. All right, so before we go, let's take a look at these oracle cards and see what they're saying. First, we asked the Nature's Whispers Oracle what message it had for you, and we got Celebrate Differences. Again, I'm getting the feeling of bridging two worlds. Just like the Chariot over here, we've got this unicorn on one side and this dolphin on the other side. They're different, yet they know that they're equal. And I think the message here for you, Tara, is to keep doing what you're doing as far as the Chariot goes. Keep bridging the gap between those two worlds. You do it so well, like seamlessly. You're interweaving the spiritual and the physical together, and that's like your main talent. And you should really focus on that and continue to do that, because you're celebrating the differences, yet you're showing how they're the same. You're showing how as above, so below, and you're showing that to people, and that's a great thing to be doing, because it opens people's eyes up to the reality of the world that we're living in, or the universe that we're living in. So keep it up. Keep celebrating differences. Realize that, we're all the same. We all come from one, but we're all so unique, and we're all the same but so different. And I think that is what makes life so exciting, is knowing that we're all the same yet we're all so different. So we got to celebrate those differences, and I think you do a great job of that. So thank you, Nature's Whispers. Now let's go on to the Earth Magic Oracle, and we have Lotus Flower Unfoldment. This card is telling me that this is a journey. You know, none of us are anywhere near the finish line, right? We're always learning. There's no finish line because we're always improving. We're always getting better. And this card is saying that take your time. There's no rush for any of this. You know, the lotus flower expands and contracts, and it's always growing. Even when it's contracting, it's still growing because it's resting for the next expansion. So if you feel like, you know, Tara, if you feel like you have ups and downs in your spiritual development, or in, you know, energetically feeling up and down, just know that even when you're contracting, even when you're feeling some you know, pullback, where things are like slowing down, realize that you're still growing. You're still expanding. You're just doing it in a different way. And a lot of times we're just resting up for that next big push that's inevitably going to happen. So, yeah, you know, and this goes for all of you watching. If you feel like you've slowed down in spiritual advancement or in any aspect of your life, realize that we are always growing. We're always getting better. We're always expanding. Even when the hardest of hard times come, even when we're completely down on our luck, we are growing and we're learning. And those hard times are making us better people. All right, so that is my reading for Tara from Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. I want to thank her very much. Thank you, Tara, for allowing this to happen and for allowing me to do a reading for you. If you're watching this, please go check out her channel. She really deserves more subscribers, more views, more likes, more shares. So go show her some love, and she will definitely show love back to you, because as we discussed, she's going to be open to the receiving end. Okay, so I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank Tara for being awesome, and that's going to do it for me. Leave a comment in the comment section if you have anything to say about this reading, or if you have any questions. Leave a like if you got something out of this video, and please consider subscribing for more of these videos. I do them regularly. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.